Good morning, dear students. How are you all? Fine. So, dear student, this is a video of class 9. This is the second video of class 9, and in this video, we will talk about the changes around us. There are various types of changes around us. Someone is physical changes, someone is chemical changes. Physical changes are that kind of changes where the temporary changes you will see, but in the chemical changes, you will see the permanent change, that change which is a permanent change. Okay, now you can see here the definition is given, and it is the changes in which new chemical substance. So everywhere, whenever you are seeing that chemical changes are actually taking place, there would be definitely some new substance would form everywhere. If I am taking some food, that food after digestion, it will give different type, it will break down into different component, into the nutrient. Okay na? And that nutrient is a new substance. Okay na? So that we can say digestion is one of the example of chemical changes. That's why I have taken that you will see some new substance would form. If you will take coal and you will start burning that coal, you will see that some new substance will form, carbon dioxide will evolve. Okay na? So every time in the chemical changes, some new substance form, and here you can see it is written clearly, these are permanent changes. Okay na? If you are taking food and after digestion it will give some nutrient, that nutrient again combined to give food, this is not possible. So that can be also be called as a irreversible reaction. So here you can see the process of chemical change is called chemical reaction. One more thing you can note down, that chemical changes, the process, that process by which chemical change can take place, and that one is known as a chemical reaction. And here you can see those substances that take part in chemical reaction are called reactant. First of all, I am telling you some of the substances which actually take part in the chemical reaction. Chemical reaction, suppose carbon is burning in the presence of oxygen. So carbon is one component and oxygen is another component. Okay now, that is the participant, that is the participant, and due to that one the new substance form, and that one is carbon dioxide. I am showing with this chemical reaction, you can see C plus O2, and that will give you CO2. So this one, these carbon and oxygen are the participants. Okay na? And the evolution of carbon dioxide took place. So you can say this one, the left hand side, that left hand side means from this arrow compare, this one is left side, this one is right side. So these participants are called as reactant, those which actually takes part in the chemical reaction, that are called as reactant, and those the product formation of new substances are called as the uh, product. Okay na? So it is written here, over here you can see, you can read that one, those substances here. Okay na? This, in this one you can read, those substances that take part in the chemical reaction are called reactant, that take part in the chemical reaction participant, who take part in the chemical reaction participant, and the new substance which are formed, that one is called as products. Okay, dear student, I hope you have understood. Now you can see that we will talk about some of the properties of chemical changes. It is important that whenever the chemical reaction takes place and some chemical changes is actually being occurring over anywhere, so we can say that chemical changes have some of the properties. And very first chemical properties, you can see that chemical change cannot be easily reversed, that cannot be easily reversed, that cannot be reversed. So that can also can called as a irreversible reaction. Okay na? And you can say here, during a chemical changes, new substance form, and everywhere you will see that. If I have taken the previous example, carbon burns in the presence of oxygen, that is producing carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide is actually a gas, carbon is a solid and carbon dioxide is a gas. Carbon dioxide used is to burn, is to extinguish fire. Carbon dioxide used is to extinguish fire. But carbon, coal, why we are using coal? Coal is used to produce burn, fire. Okay na. So oppositively use is there. So during a chemical change, new substance form, and that new substance, that one is carbon dioxide in that example, has new properties. Okay na, dear student. Chemical compositions also changes during a chemical changes. Chemical composition also changes. Chemical composition also changes during a chemical changes. Okay na, chemical composition can also change. Okay, and during a chemical change, energy change always takes place. If some chemical changes is there, that maybe definitely you will see some chemical energy change will take place. Maybe someone, maybe in some cases you will see that lots of amount of heat will evolve. In some cases you will say light will evolve. Okay now, that energy can change. Energy can change. And physical state of a substance, here it is written, physical state of a substance may or may not changes. I have told you now that carbon plus oxygen, carbon was solid state and carbon dioxide was a gaseous state. So solid, liquid, gases are the what, physical state now. So physical state can change, can change, can change, not may change or may not change. It is not 100% sure that we will say that physical state can be maybe changed. Okay now. Now example, some of the example of that chemical changes is there. You can see here, burning of paper, burning of paper, OF. Okay na, paper, take paper and burning, you will see the S will produce that one. That S he will what, again it will not reverse give you to give you back that paper. Burning of magnesium ribbon, take magnesium and burn in the presence of oxygen. What will you see? It will produce, here I am writing MgO. Okay na, magnesium oxide. Or what is, it will burn with a white dazzling flame. That one is a magnesium oxide. And burning of magnesium ribbon is always a chemical changes. Rusting of iron, rusting of iron, you know, iron in the presence of, iron in the presence of oxygen and water, it will actually give you that rusting. Okay na. So if I will write the reaction here, you can see Fe plus X2 O plus O2. But why I have taken X? X means you can vary the amount of water. If water is present in lesser quantity, then rusting will not take place at the faster rate. And if the water is present at the larger quantity, then quickly rusting will take place along with oxygen. If oxygen is not there, then rusting can not take place. So here what we will write Fe2O3 into XH2, because you know X I cannot change. If X I will take 10 molecules, then 10 here it will come. X if I am taking 15, 20, 100, so it will varied also here in the product also. So this one is the rusting of iron. This one is the formula, Fe2O3 into XH2O is the formula of rust. Okay na, dear student. Now you can see formation of iron sulfide from iron and sulfur. Here you can see, here I have written Fe plus S and it is forming FeS, one of the compound, and that again it will not change back to that one, Fe and sulfur. So it is, you can see that iron sulfide formation is also one of the example of chemical changes. Okay na. So this one, that one is the chemical changes. Formation of curd, you know how to form the curd. Curd is formed from the milk. When you will take the milk and when you will take some amount of curd and put into the milk, after some time you will see that will produce a hard solid mass, that means a curd. And curd, you know, the things is actually changed from the acidity. If I am talking about the milk acidity, curd acidity, that maybe have the difference. And due to that, lactobacillus, one of the bacteria that is responsible for that one, and you know we actually produce the curd from that one, from the milk. And due to that we can say that curd, if you will do any of the process, that curd will not change into the milk. Okay na. And many of its internal properties are also varied in that case. Okay na. So that's, we can say these all are the example of the chemical changes. and you can take your own example also in our daily life also. We see that the digestion of food, even I have given that, I have not written here. So that one is also the example of the chemical changes, and you can write various types of example with the explanation in your copy. Okay, dear students, so I hope you have understood here. Yeah, this is the difference between a physical and chemical changes is given. So as we have discussed that physical changes in the previous class, so here it is, you can see. First of all, I have written here all the physical changes, okay now, are temporary change which can be reversed, okay now. That can be reversed again in the physical changes. Only the physical properties, only the physical properties of the substance can be, and no new substance form. The chemical composition does not change, chemical composition does not change. And but in the chemical changes, you can see, are permanent changes. Here today I have done the chemical property of the substance changes, new substance are formed, the chemical composition gets changes. So these all are the that the differentiating point, okay now, between the physical and chemical. You can make one table and you can write one side parameters, one side physical changes, one side chemical changes in three columns, and then you can differentiate easily by doing that one. Okay, dear students, so I hope this is the sufficient for from my side. So we will do these topic in the class also. Thank you for the video. Thank you all of you. Take care of yourself. Thank you.